From the outside, the Bennetts had everything. A mansion on the hill, shiny cars, a beautiful garden that looked like it came straight out of a magazine. But inside that house lived a quiet heartbreak, a little girl named Lily who had never spoken a single word since the day she was born. Doctors couldn't find a reason. Therapists tried everything. Her parents spent thousands of dollars, but nothing worked. For 6 long years, Lily never said Mom or Dad. Just silence. Until one ordinary morning, when a garbage man named Jack changed everything, not with money, not with medicine, but with something far more powerful. Before we begin this touching story, if you love true stories that warm your heart and remind you of the good in people, make sure to subscribe to Kindness Lights. Don't forget to hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us keep spreading stories of kindness that brighten the world. It was a cool spring morning in a quiet suburban neighborhood. Jack pulled his garbage truck to the curb in front of the Bennett mansion. He was a single dad in his early 30s, wearing his bright orange uniform, gloves, and a smile that refused to fade, no matter how tough life got. Jack's morning started before sunrise. He'd drop off his 5-year-old daughter, Emma, at daycare, then head to his route. Life wasn't easy since his wife passed away 2 years earlier. Money was tight, and the loneliness hit hard some nights. But Jack believed that if he could show kindness every day, even in small ways, he was doing something right. As he rolled the trash bins toward the truck, he noticed a little girl sitting on the front steps of the mansion, holding a small stuffed bunny. Her golden hair glowed in the sunlight. She watched him quietly, eyes wide and curious. Jack waved and said cheerfully, "Good morning, sunshine." The girl didn't respond. She just smiled softly and waved back. From then on, every Tuesday morning, the same thing happened. Jack would stop by, do his job, and see the little girl waiting on the steps. Sometimes she'd be drawing on the sidewalk with chalk, sometimes hugging her bunny. Jack started calling her Little Miss Sunshine. "Morning, Little Miss Sunshine," he'd say, tossing her a friendly wave. She'd just smile, silent but glowing. One morning, Jack decided to bring her something. His daughter Emma had drawn a picture of a rainbow, and Jack thought Lily might like it. When he handed it to her, her eyes lit up. She took the picture gently, clutching it to her chest. That same day, Lily's mother, Caroline Bennett, noticed the exchange through the window. Caroline was a high-powered businesswoman, always busy, always composed, but inside, she was breaking. Her daughter hadn't spoken a word in 6 years, and nothing seemed to reach her. Yet here was a man in an orange uniform making her daughter smile. The next week, when Jack pulled up, Caroline stepped outside. "Good morning," she said politely. "I just wanted to thank you for being kind to Lily." Jack smiled. "She's a wonderful kid. Reminds me of my own little girl." Caroline nodded, a little embarrassed. People didn't usually talk to the help like this, but something about Jack's sincerity disarmed her. Over the next few weeks, a small friendship grew. Jack and Lily shared tiny moments, a wave, a thumbs up, a high five. Sometimes Jack would make silly faces or pretend to lift heavy garbage bags like a superhero, just to make her giggle. And she did, a sound so sweet it melted even the coldest hearts. But still, she didn't speak. Then, one rainy morning, Jack was running late. His truck had broken down, and by the time he reached the Bennett house, Lily wasn't outside. He felt disappointed. That simple morning wave had become the best part of his day. As he turned to leave, he heard something. A faint voice, soft but clear. "Jack." He froze. Slowly, he turned around. There was Lily, standing in the doorway, raincoat on, her bunny in her hand. Her lips trembled, but she said it again, louder this time. "Jack." For a moment, Jack couldn't breathe. The little girl who hadn't spoken a word since birth, had just called his name. Caroline rushed out, tears filling her eyes. Lily, honey, say that again. Lily pointed toward Jack, smiling. Jack. Caroline broke down, hugging her daughter tightly as tears streamed down her face. Jack stood there, stunned, his heart pounding. He didn't know what to say, so he simply smiled and waved, the same way he had every morning. Later that day, Caroline invited Jack inside for coffee. She explained everything, the years of therapy, the sleepless nights, the heartbreak. We tried everything money could buy, she said softly, but it was your kindness that reached her. Jack wiped a tear from his cheek. Sometimes, kindness speaks louder than words, he said quietly. News of Lily's first words spread quickly around town. But to Jack, it wasn't about attention or praise. It was about a little girl who found her voice, and a reminder that even small gestures can change someone's world. As weeks passed, Jack and Caroline's families became close. Emma and Lily became best friends, their laughter echoing through the same neighborhood streets. Caroline often said that Jack had given her more than words could express. He gave her hope. And Jack? He found something he hadn't expected, a sense of belonging again. In time, that friendship between him and Caroline grew into something deeper, built on mutual respect, gratitude, and love. Sometimes, the greatest miracles come from the simplest acts of kindness. Jack didn't have wealth or power, just a good heart and a smile. But that was enough to reach a little girl lost in silence. Kindness doesn't always need grand gestures. It can be a wave, a smile, a small moment that reminds someone they matter. Because when you show genuine care, you never know whose heart, or voice, you might awaken. So, wherever you are today, choose kindness. You might just change someone's world, or even save it. This is Kindness Lights, reminding you that even the smallest light can shine through the darkest times.